We'll just have Ankara, also known as Nisol Ezak. He's smiling. So on this table, we give out your government's name. Yes, so Nisol is our guest today. I mean, he is a songwriter, guitarist, a sound engineer. He's everything music, and he is seated right here with us. And today we are privileged to have a conversation with him. Welcome to the Table of Life.
Thanks for having me, Charlie.
I mean, the year is already about to end. How has this particular year been for you?
A huge roller coaster, Charlie. You know, there's been some awesome moments, and there's also been some moments that you go like, hey, Charlie, now this life safe, what's up? You know, but through it all, we are still here. You understand? Okay. So we're going to be grateful.
So last year, there was an interview where you said that there's a calling, the waiting, and I want to get the sending, and you are in the waiting phase. Are you still in the waiting phase?
I'm at the sending phase now.
Okay.
Yeah, I've gotten to the sending phase now. So people will start hearing more, will start seeing more. So we are here now. So.
What influenced the sending phase? I mean, I want to ask you about the waiting because you're already in the sending phase.
It's the timing. You know, when it's time to actually move, God actually gives you the green light that, it's time. So let's do this. And anytime it is that time also, you would know that like certain things begin to fall in place. You know, you not struggle for certain things that if you would want to do it all by yourself, Charlie, no, for do and all that kind of stuff, it would be so hard for you. But when it's time, certain things will just work out. You know, you'd make a call and it will go through. But there'll be a time that you'd want to make that same call, trying so hard to make that same call. And, like I'm here now. You know?
Yeah. I mean, for those of us watching, I'm sure some of you might not remember him, but he was in Mentor 2, Project's Fame, MTN Hitsmaker. It's like you've been through most of the reality shows.
Except MTN Hitsmaker. But
Project's Fame, yes. Sorry.
Which was also MTN, though.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It's like you've been through it all.
It was for me. Reasons for being part of such a program was to actually give myself the platform so that when it's time to do something, then it will be so hard for people to now want to accept you. When they know that you are this person, you have this particular thing and all of that, it makes it a lot easier. And back in the day when we started to, I don't know those that kind of vibe and stuff. You understand? I couldn't do them. You know, what we call Afrobeat today was what we were doing back in the day. You understand? So, true. So I just needed a platform. You know, right after Mentor and stuff like that, I do a sound like that. Even though it's not a regular mainstream kind of sound, they would like, oh, it be Joey's song, so make a play on. You understand? That's Nee's song, so let me play. It was going to be a lot easier to walk into certain places like this place, you know. Yeah. So.
And I remember watching you on Project Fame, and that year I thought you would win. I was like, nah, they will never give it to a Ghanaian. Hey. And truly, they didn't give it to. They didn't give it to a Ghanaian. But what is one thing that you say that you learned through all these music reality shows?
I've grown, like musically. I have grown so much, and I've grown to appreciate music even more than I used to. You know, I remember in Project Fame, Annette Cookie, she was like, I think the reason why you seem to go that far, or you've come this far, was the fact that you have been in a similar competition before, so you know your way around stuff and all of that, and she wasn't far from the truth. You know, after Mentor, when someone like Marco Kreku will give you left, right, center, you know, it'll be easy like that. So, so you had to learn. So there are things that I would get on stage and do, and even people that I started making music with wouldn't be able to do them. Not of any fault of theirs, but because I had the opportunity to be trained by some of the world's greatest directors, vocal coaches and stuff like that, you know. Yeah.
And your vocal is still intact as it has been all over. Across all these years that we have known you. You've been in this space for A long while. Like a long while.
Yeah, I started
Very
really,
long.
really, really young.
Really
Mentor
young.
was in 2007. Yeah,
2007. Where was
yeah,
that?
now where you listen.
JHS.
I mean, I know where I was.
2007. Oh, I can't read it. I was in Tawa. But you said, you just mentioned that you started at a very young age. That's the question that I usually want to understand from people who start the game at a very young age, get all the attention. Sometimes you wish that you do not start early like that and you go through the process and learn all through and you come out, or it's still okay like that.
Yeah, it's a two-way thing, like you're saying. You know, it depends on how you handle the move that you make. When you decide to do it that early, if no one is there to actually tell you that where you're about to step, it's like there's no way back. You're either going for it and know that you're going to lose a lot of things. You understand? You can't be ordinary anymore. You can't do certain things anymore. You understand? And people will be expecting a lot from you, so much from you that you'll be wondering, I'm just human. You understand? So much pressure, whether you like it or not, it's going to be on you. And
Was that weight on you?
Oh yeah. Being that young, a lot of pressure. And naturally, I'm an introvert, so I like to stay in my space. So we could be here jamming and stuff like that, but I'll just coil into my own space. You understand? And it became a problem for me because I'm now for everybody, and everybody expects me to be for them, but I'll be here and then I'll be lost and go like, see, I'm maybe too no guy, no. See this guy. I would give him. See, you know the great self. You know meanwhile they don't know that I'm actually so shy. I just want to be in my space.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of pressure. Unnecessary stuff will just be thrown at you. I remember one time someone posted something on Facebook, and someone came to comment under that particular thing, and the person said the same thing that I'm saying now. That this guy is arrogant. I was just reading. I was like, what's up? The guy said, you don't know me, so. But I can understand him because when you love someone so much on screen and you meet the person and the person is not so open and all that, but that's just who I am too. You understand? I just want to be in my own space.
Yeah. Vani, I mean, Ghanaians loved you, they still love you. All your journey through the competitions, when you got to Nigeria, you were really appreciated there. You had fans, even though most people thought you were going to be Manchester win and everything. But my point is, you had a market there. Did it ever click to you to say that, let me stay in Nigeria and then pursue my music career there and see what happens?
Yeah.
Because you already had the fans of Ghanaians.
Yeah.
So were there any...
Yeah, it did. I even made few steps here and there to try to make it work like that. But trust me, man, this was at a time where Nigeria was doing everything they could to make sure that they are people first.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
So bringing me into the market with Inyanya at the same time when, like you said, people also loved me over there.
Yeah.
The competition was going to be too big for them.
Yeah.
It was going to be too much pressure. You understand? So even though they want to actually do it, they are feeling like, no, let's concentrate on Inyanya. Let's make him blow. We can concentrate on you later. But then it will be a little too late.
Yeah.
So I had to also man up and then try to do a few stuff. That was when I started releasing my own singles, like one with Samini and the rest. And by God's grace, he also did well.
Yeah.
You know? So I had to look out for myself because trust me, man, these people,
True.
It's them first.
It's that one
They're
there.
selfish when it comes to their own.
Yes, that
like,
one there. That one there. But then
they had to, because at the time when TikTok, VIP, even Boli, Miss Bell, all the likes, their music was all over the place. You understand? And the worst part was when one of the biggest record labels like Kenny's Music also brought in Ghanaians. They were the ones who brought in TikTok and the VIPs and the rest. So they were championing the Ghanaian vision in Nigeria. So by Nigerians, so it was so huge on them. I remember the night I even did a Hong Kong Woman in Project Fame. I couldn't even hear myself there. Immediately I started singing the song, they took the song away. I was like, Charlie, the song big. You know, it was so big in Nigeria. It was something crazy. So they were trying to make sure that they put structures. And even Kenny's music was part of the people who was actually making sure that structures were being put in place.
Yeah.
You understand? And I can understand them. You know, it's necessary. So, yeah.
After the whole Samini hits, afterwards, what happened?
Afterwards, no,
What happened?
afterwards, I had to pull back. You know, God had to slow me down. Like, yo,
Yeah.
Charlie, chill. You're going too far. You're going too far and fast. You
Okay.
understand? And because I was young, everything was good for me.
Yeah.
You understand? Everything looked good. So even when the bad was put in a good rap for me, I couldn't see it. It was I was so deep into it, I couldn't see anything else, you know. And a lot of things around me were being destroyed by my own people and stuff like that. And it was getting close to even my life. You understand? So God had to slow me down, like, Charlie, yo, chill, relax, my guy. You understand? So even now I think back at some of the things that some people have done, and now that I know better, I'm like, Charlie, I be my guy, oh.
Yeah.
You didn't see.
My guy.
You had no
You
idea.
understand? Yeah, my guy. I remember, I will mention the person's name because everybody knows the person. If I should mention the person, everybody will know who this person was. When, after Project Fame, when I had the car, that was the first time I had gotten close to any vehicle in my life. You understand? So I didn't even know how vehicles work. I didn't know how to drive, nothing or whatsoever, but he did. You understand? And I live all the way in Ofankor, so he would be. He stayed with me, so anytime we are going to town, he'd be the one driving and all that. And then the Ofankor roads were bad.
Very bad.
You understand? And this guy will be on the road with a brand new Toyota. And I was like, child, the thing, you no go spoil the underorder. Until he said, no, if you go slow, you go spoil them. But go fast like that and things. You see the laugh? You see this laughter? Now I laugh like that because I know better now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now I go like, yo, Charlie, this is my guy. Yo, come on, man, you my guy. What's up? I said, you did my body. We all the thing. The chopping come and we all with the chop song.
Charlie.
You understand? So I can give you.
I mean, the artists really go through stuff. Because last week we had Andy here.
Yeah.
Andy sharing his similar experience and this whole thing. But then
Being
God has
shorter
been
and all
good.
that.
Yeah, God has been good. Even that friend of mine, I'm not saying, but he's dead now.
He's late.
You know, so
May his soul rest
I
in
think
peace.
back, and are you sure you want him to rest in peace? You know.
But I mean, you've experienced the music industry, like we've mentioned, over a decade. I mean, you've experienced the secular music industry, you've experienced the gospel music industry. After all your experience, I mean, you've shared just a bit, but how will you describe the Ghana music industry?
Each one for himself, God for us.
That's what it is.
Yeah, truth. I will not lie to you.
Compared to the Nigerian ones,
Forget. No, wait, come again.
like Ghana is like each one for himself, God for himself. Well, as you said, the Nigerians were also trying to put
Exactly.
people together and push them.
No, but at least they had a united front. That
But
okay,
ours-
a particular agenda. Let's do this together.
Mm.
When you enter Nigeria proper, they also have their own beefs and
Yeah,
stuff
true.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normal.
See it.
But on the international front, they present themselves as one.
Yeah.
But we carry our thing there.
Yeah, they call me
We
B.
go carry-
But do you think something can be done? Is there a way we can just learn from others and also become more united than we used to be?
something
than we are.
something has to happen. I don't know what, but something must happen
Right.
that will give all of us a reality check.
Yeah.
That will go like, okay, let's do this. Because I remember there was a time Kiki Bansing, then he was managing Becca.
Yeah.
Called most of the A-list artist managers.
Yeah.
Sat down, Charlie, you know what, guys, let's start charging from this amount upwards. We'll not come down this amount. Everybody, let's stick to this amount and stuff. So we can put some stuff
Value
around
on
us
it,
and some steeds and stuff like that. Everybody was like, yeah, Charlie, hey, go on. the next moment, everybody went back.
So to go pass away.
So the unity is
You know?
still not just there. Okay, but I mean, you have changed from secular to gospel music, but I realized that on your maiden album, you featured more secular artists than
Only secular
gospel.
artists, actually.
Right, only secular artists. So really, what's the motivation? And what are you trying to achieve with that?
Actually, it wasn't planned.
Okay.
It wasn't planned. You know, when I'm making music, one thing about art is that you don't force art. You let art be the way it's supposed to be. So you don't become so prim and proper and try to arrange stuff and all that. So I decided that whatever that comes with the music, I let it flow. Like the song that played before we came on, that song actually features Prince Bright.
Okay.
You know? So when that song came up, he was the only person I could hear in the song.
Okay.
You understand? So I called him, and then by God's grace, he agreed to be on the song, and then he sent the verse for it. So there's a song with Famille, one with Miss V, you know, Gasmela, and the likes. So it's where the song takes me to. You know, I have songs with other gospel artists that I have not released yet.
Okay.
So when I was compiling the songs for the album, right before release was when I noticed that all the featured artists are actually secular artists. So it was not planned at all. We were looking for a sound. So
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, Ni, so last year you released Focus Into the Past.
yeah.
This year, have you released anything, like an album? Because I know you have a single, Love. Is it
Yeah.
off an album or an EP?
It was supposed to be just a single, but
Okay.
after the reception, people loved the collaboration I did with Kojo King on the song Love.
Yeah.
So people were like, you guys, when you guys come together, something beautiful comes out. So why don't you guys work on a project? So we decided to work on a project together. So hopefully an EP before the year ends, we'll drop an EP together.
True, because people love the song Love with Kojo King. When you go to Apple Music, it has a star over there. It means that people have been listening to it a lot. And I was listening to the song, and you're saying that, I mean, we should show you love now, not when you are dead, because
Exactly.
the dead will not be able to appreciate
Appreciate it. Yeah.
the love you're showing.
That is being,
that is so true. And unfortunately, we love the dead more than the living. It's
Exactly.
something that we can, I don't think we can
Exactly.
change.
Ironically, when we recorded that song, few days later, then Mohbad left. And exactly what we're talking about, the song was actually happening to Mohbad's legacy. I remember when Neptunes posted on his Snapchat how Mohbad was climbing the charts. Each and every moment, he was climbing the charts.
Yeah.
He was climbing the charts. And I was
Everyone
like,
was playing the
Sorry, was
songs.
gone.
it was part of the verse, you know, that Mr. DJ go play my song.
Yeah.
Dead Man song go chart number one.
That's true.
You know? So
Crazy.
like, Charlie, why don't I chart top the charts now?
Yeah.
Right.
So you think Ghanaians are not showing you much love?
I think we should be more intentional with our love. That's
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
what I was trying to say.
So just before we wrap it up, you're not doing the contemporary
All
or
the
the
traditional,
traditional gospel
Gospel.
tunes that we have. You're doing Afro urban, you know,
Yeah.
that stuff. Is it? I mean, lately I've been having conversations like that. Like, is it going on? Like, people listening?
Oh yeah, people actually do, and I'm glad I decided to actually do that, because I remember that when I wanted to actually do this gospel stuff, one of my fears was the fact that naturally the kind of sound that comes to me naturally wasn't the typical Joe Metal or a Brother Sammy or
Right.
you understand? It wasn't typical. So I was very, very worried until God got me to understand that genres are just there for His glory. So whichever genre, the song, the vibe will come, the message will come. I shouldn't be afraid to accept it and record with it. So I decided to do that.
It's been amazing chatting with you, but I mean, you've talked about your EP, which should be dropping latest by the end of the year or early next year.
No. It should be
This year.
before the
For the end of the year.
We use it to celebrate Christmas.
before the end of the year, either end of November or early December. We should be able to.
Great.
do it.
That's dope.
We are- we've
Do you have
already-
more features
we've
or
already-
collaborations that are coming up as well?
Yeah, like I mean, myself and Kojo King, we're working on that EP. So
Okay.
We just finished recording the next song. You understand? So, which will be a little surprise. People will be surprised I'm actually releasing such a song, but they shouldn't be surprised because there's a song like that on the Focus Into the Past. but they will understand when the song is ours.
I'm sure interesting.
I'm already thinking what kind of song it is, but
They will say,
Hopefully
what's
it's
up?
gospel, right? Me?
The way he's
what's
saying it.
Hopefully it's gospel.
Strictly.
Okay.
But still,
All right.
you the one that say what's
go,
up.
that's why.
Thank you very much for joining us. Let me give you the opportunity to have the last word.
Well, like I said, let's be intentional with our love, you know. Don't be afraid to love. Right now, people are actually afraid to love because they're afraid to get hurt.
Oh.
You understand? But if the person hurts you because you love, it's not to your disadvantage. It's actually their loss. You understand? So don't be afraid to love. Sit back and go like, well, I did my best to actually show love. If he or she didn't appreciate it, hey, no problem. Move on. Somebody actually would. So be intentional.
All right. Thank you very much. Nana.
Thank you for coming, Niso.
Thank you very much, Ni. I mean, I like what you said. Let's be deliberate about
Deliberate.
the support, the love. Let's go all out like our brothers always do. Okay.